Okay folks, so on this video we're going to do color mixing, and I'm going to make it as simple as I can and just get right to the point. Okay, if you don't know how to set up the palette, just watch the last video. I'll show you how to set it up on a little prismatic scale here, a little color wheel. And what we're going to do is, I got 4 objects here. Doesn't matter what those objects would be. I just picked simple ones so that it could get right to the point. Now, whatever you're looking at, right? So this object here could be sitting across the room. It doesn't matter what it is, right? It doesn't matter what the object is. All you have to do is look at it and put it in a category, right? And when I say category, what I'm talking about is a color family, right? So this one here, right? So I just put obvious ones out here because I want to get this point across clear as I can. So try to get as close as you can at the beginning. Now, this is a little transparent here, but this is obviously red. You don't even have to think at first like, oh, it's got more blue in it, it's got more yellow. Just at first, just pick a red and put it out there. I'm gonna say crimson because I know obviously it has more blue in it. And then I'll put a little bit of Naples in there, and I'm going to a hint of umber just to desaturate it a little bit. And I feel like it has a little bit more blue in there. And a touch of this. White is getting closer. Maybe a hint more red. That's pretty good there. I know that the light is shining on it probably, so it makes it a little bit difficult to see, but there you go. Without that light hitting it, that's in the ballpark right there. Okay, so I'll leave that for now. I've got it in the family. I can eventually push it and lean it one way or the other. Okay, but the main thing at the beginning, right, is to get it in the right family. Okay, next one is going to be yellow. Doesn't matter what we're looking at across the room or outside or a tree or whatever. Just look at it and put it in a family. These are obvious, right, for training purposes. So I say, well, it's yellow. So little cad yellow. It's pretty good. I'll probably cool it down a little bit here. That looks pretty good. I could probably cool it down a little bit more. Let's put a little bit more white in there. All right, tiny bit. How does that look to me? It's pretty close. Could maybe go even a little bit cooler, so I'll pull some more of that white in there. How's that looking to me? That's pretty good, depending on how the light's hitting it, of course, right? We're dealing with colors across this camera, so they don't translate well. If you guys know from painting and drawing from life, you'll realize that you can't get color from photos, all right? That's a huge lesson. Okay, can't get color from photos. I need a little bit more. Give me 1 second. I gotta put out some more blue here. Ultramarine here. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna need some more blue. So that's ultramarine blue. And okay. So that looks good for the yellow. Now let's talk about white, okay? Whenever you're painting something white, it's not white, it's a color, okay? So what you have to do is put it in a family, right? Let's just take some white, put it here. Now, what you have to do when you're painting is think of what is the light that's shining on the object, and you paint the color of the light, okay? So that's white, but it has a hint of yellow in it. So I'll take a little Naples. And you probably won't be able to see that over the camera, but it's the principle that matters, right? A little bit of Naples, and there's a little bit, almost a little, looks like it's a tiny bit cooler. So I'm gonna lean it one way or the other, okay? That right there is pretty darn close. Let's try a touch of blue. That's a little better. Now I'm splitting hairs here, and we'll move on. You guys get the idea. Just remember, whenever there's a white object, it's not straight white. It's got some kind of color in it, okay? Red, yellow, or blue, okay? What you have to remember is that the colors all on the outside of the wheel here are all very saturated, okay? So if it was a color wheel, as you move towards the center of the color wheel, it all gets desaturated. It gets grayed down. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, next object. Blue. Ultramarine blue. White. And that's pretty close right there. That one's pretty easy, but it does have a little bit of yellow shining on it, which you might not be able to see. So I want to be sure to try to get that. And that's pretty good for an average. I might throw a little bit more ultramarine in there, cool it down. Yeah, remember, you're going for an average. So whenever you look at something, you don't look at all the values. You kind of, you open your eyes to see the color and you squint to see the value, but open your eyes and try to look at the overall. What's the average? You pick one area. So I would get one area of the object. So probably boom, right there. And I'll say that's going to be my average, and that's what I mix. Okay. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Keep it simple. Practice doing that. Whenever you look at something in your room or outside or wherever you're painting, just look at the object and think, what family is it in? All right, and then you can lean it one way or the other. Okay, hopefully that helps you guys out, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.